Okay, here's the tab to All Along the Watchtower, the first solo. The very first thing you'll see is a bunch of blank space there. This is the first four measures, and we are resting for the duration of those measures. And then in the fifth measure, we have a sequence of three notes that are pickup. Now these occur right before the musical phrase begins. So right before the solo begins, we lead into it with these three pickup notes. Now, all along the Watchtower, the main rhythmic riff is two measures. So we're going to basically hear the riff played through twice before we begin the solo. And that two measure chord progression is repeated throughout the song. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In measure 6, the solo actually officially begins. And it's not a lot of fast phrasing, but the song is kind of brisk. So it's kind of, you're busy the entire time. And there's lots of special care you need to, take in some of these bends and make sure you have them phrased correctly. So the entire solo is basically 4 measures long, and a lot of interesting things happen in those 4 measures. Alright, let's run through this first solo to All Along the Watchtower. Alright, in measure 5, our pickup begins. Those are our 3 pickup notes. And that leads into the solo, which begins in the 6th measure. Alright, in the first measure of the solo, we have the 14th fret. We're going to bend that up a full step 3 times in a row. And you want to make sure those bends are nice and strong. Then we have a pre-bend after a brief pause. Release, 12th fret. Use your first finger to slide into the 13th fret. Return back to the 11th fret for the second measure of the solo. You're going to slide down, slide back in on the 11th fret of the D. Alright, in the third measure of that solo, you see we begin with a full step bend. Then we return back, no bend on the 11th fret. And then a pre-bend. That means we're going to bend it up before you pluck it. And then we're going to release that. So those first 3 notes are pretty intense. And then in the 4th and last measure of the solo, we've got a quick little flourish here. Just really quick notes. If you'll notice in the music, we have it's a ghost note. And that's the very first note of that 4th measure of the solo on the 9th fret. It's not even counted when you add up all the notes. So overall, not a terribly difficult solo. It does show a lot of the detail in Hendrix's playing, and you can see how his phrasing really, shines through. So take your time with it, and it's going to take a lot of practice, but if you can get something close to it, then I think you'll be doing well. We have a backing track for you to practice with. We've got the tab, everything you need. So go ahead and give it a try.